The views, opinions, and pages shared by YWR Revolution and guests are not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. It is an honor to have you here because we have Debbie Johnson with us, and she is an incredible guide and angel reader. She's going to help us to understand exactly how to create angelic miracles in 2024. And a lot of people have questions about all sorts of things with Debbie, things like, where is the best place to live? What's the best decision I could make about my job, or about maybe answers to a big question that you've been wondering about, worrying about, playing with in your mind, and you never seem to get any movement one way or the other. Now, the other interesting thing about Debbie is she actually can help remove energy. She sees and removes energetic blockages, and the angels will transmit energy to you to release that blockage. Now, the other thing a lot of people ask Debbie about is money. What can I do to be more abundant? What are the choices? Is this a good idea? Is that a good idea? Is this person trustworthy? Or are they trying to scam me? There's all sorts of things that we're going to talk about, including potentially low dimensional attachments, or even loved ones or spirits or guides that are trying to reach you and advise you. Well, our guest today is Debbie Johnson. She's a psychic medium with a special connection to the angelic realm. She's been working with clients all over the world for the last 20 plus years, including myself, and she brings messages from your angels to you by channeling the archangels, past on loved ones, spirit guides, and even healing energies. That makes Debbie very different. And these messages include information about your future, about your health, or any other subject. We've got stories of people having fertility help from Debbie. I'm going to read that one. She began to see spirits as a small child, and when she woke up to speak about it, it was actually pushed down. She was told, stop making stories, because no one saw what she was able to see. She was raised in a Southern Baptist household, and her gift was repressed. It started to come back in her 20s when she began to write music, and then it got even stronger when she studied Reiki. During Reiki, she not only heard, but she also saw human spirits, and she witnessed the magnificence of the archangels and their abilities to help others. Debbie not only delivers messages, she's also able to see into that realm, and you're going to see if there's energies around you, what angels are trying to help you. We're going to do it all. So raise your hand. And she works with the angelic realm to bring healing. That's the other big distinction about this work. It's not just messages, it's also channeled healings, and it is safe and gentle for all. Now, I want to go real quick to something really special that one person wrote in. This was Katie, and she said, Debbie predicted things I never thought would come true. I've worked with Debbie several times in the past years, and the experience has been extraordinary. In the end, she helped me push forward with perseverance, patience, and confidence. She predicted exactly the number of embryos that would be there in my uterus, and what would work. It was truly unbelievable. She told me things I never expected to be true that ended up materializing. Thank you, Debbie, for the fertility help. Another person wrote in, Debbie knew things that no one else would have known. And all of this information came out. Do not hesitate to see her, to get a session with her. She is gifted. She is real. You will see. I was in total shock when I left at things she said and picked up on. She is truly amazing. So without further ado, let's welcome Debbie Johnson back to YWR Revolution. Debbie, welcome back.
Thank you, Darius. I'm so happy to be here. I love the energy at UWealth and your energy. And when we were doing the gratitude little prayer, everything turned gold. Like that's to me the highest vibration there is. And the whole energy on this call turned gold. So I pictured everyone showered in gold energy and gold light. It was really beautiful.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks need that energy right now. There's a lot going on the planet. From the angelic realm, or from what you're getting, what is kind of happening right now on Earth and with a lot of light workers and people like you and me and the people on this call?
Oh wow. Well, it's a spiritual, this is a spiritual war. I mean, it's like the good, the light versus the dark, the good versus the bad. And I'll tell you what, the light is winning. Even though it may appear that there's some negative things going on, obviously with war and we've all seen that and lost loved ones. But the thing is, the light's still winning. Things are moving in the right direction. So I have to say, all these light workers waking up in the past 10, 20 years, and now there's a huge shift on everyone's consciousness. Like, people are aware. It used to not be this way. That's already shown a difference. You know, we're already more conscious than we used to be as a whole. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Well, I just feel like there's going to be peace in December with this Israeli war. I really feel it's before the end of the year. So I want to share that. That's one of the things I'm predicting or feeling, that we will have peace before the end of the year, some kind of a agreement.
That is wonderful. At the
Yeah.
same time that there are so many light workers waking up, for some people or for a large number of people, things seem to be getting sometimes more challenging. Almost like they're waking up, things are happening that could be good, but the goodness may not feel like it's reaching everybody, may not feel like it's reaching people on this call today. What do you say to them? I mean, what is the message on maybe how to really tap into that, how to really, well, start to have those angelic miracles show up in your life?
I want to promise everyone right now that you're surrounded by angels. There is no one I've ever seen that doesn't have an army of angels around them. And what I want to say is, test them out with small things like, where's my car? Let me find $10. Go with the small stuff right now. And I promise you'll get some signs, some miracles that are tiny to help you walk in faith. And that's for anyone who's not feeling the love, or not feeling like angels have your back or that heaven has your back. Try the tiny things. I promise you'll get something.
I love that. Now, for people who are going to start with those tiny things, they may be wondering, well, how do you know? How did you start to connect to all this, Debbie? This opened up as a child. Take us through your journey when you started seeing things from the other side, what that started looking like. What was going on?
Well, I was little. I was probably 4 or 5, and I saw people in my room
Mm,
dressed in clothing, from another time. They weren't dressed like us. So I would run and get my mom and tell her there's people in my room, and she would come back and say there's nobody in your room. And I would just go to bed.
mm,
So I wasn't scared of them. They weren't really talking to me. I could see them. And it happened a couple more times. And the more as a kid you're told it's not there, you kind of shut it down. That's what I did.
mm.
And it came back in my 20s. I'm a musician, and I was writing music, and I hear music in my mind. And that's how I started hearing loved ones. I started hearing them. So it came back not visually, it came back in clairaudience. I would hear someone's grandma sitting next to me the same way I would hear a song. So that's
Wow.
how it started coming back. And I was getting, again, like, freaked out, or I would tell people this, your grandma's here. And some people would be receptive, some people wouldn't. I still wasn't getting this warm reception for the gift. So it wasn't totally open. I was trying again to shut it down. I'm like, I don't want to scare people or scare myself. So a lot of I didn't have anyone around me who was into this other world. Or could even guide me. I had no support. So I kind of had to figure this out on my own. And Reiki was the first thing. I stumbled upon it. I knew I needed it. And it was the first connection I had with someone who got it the first time.
Mm. And you've also downloaded or sent healing energy from the higher angelic realm through you to people that you work with. Explain, when was the first time that happened?
That started through Reiki. That started through Reiki. And what I was realizing was, I had done all this training, and I still do Reiki now, But I realized, wait a second, there's certain things I don't know how to do. And I started seeing angels do things that I couldn't believe. I would just be doing Reiki on someone, and then I would see the angels come down and remove demons or go into the liver. And I'm like, whoa, I wasn't doing any of that. I swear. I mean, that was from heaven. It was not, it was, I would see the angel, I would see what they did. So the same thing's happening in the sessions. I can see the angels, I can see what they do. But do I do it? I don't actually do it. I'm able to see it, I'm able to ask for help, and I'm able to watch what they do. Yeah.
Do you see them go into a body part? Like, does the
Mhm.
angel actually go in there, or do they just reach in or send light into it? What have you seen?
It's different. It's different for everybody. I've seen, like Archangel Michael, I've seen him dive into the body all the way in. I've seen Haniel sing into a heart to
Right.
open the heart. They whatever the person needs, and it's always different. It's actually never the same.
Hmm. They, that's pretty cool. That is amazing. They
Yeah,
all like almost like they all have their own, you know, skill set or their
yeah.
perfect expertise in something, and they use that to bring that higher energy through. From that, what have you seen happen to people? Because I know you've had some wild stories that go into all sorts of things. What are some of your favorite stories?
Wow. Okay. So a recent story was the angels gave healing to a woman who was having chronic back pain and chronic cravings to sugar.
Hmm.
And she came for a session, and she's like, they're gone. The back is gone. And this was like within 2 days, the back's gone, and I don't crave sugar. And it happened really fast, and it was just, she prayed for it, she asked for it, the angels gave her healing, and she got it.
Oh, oh my goodness.
It was fast. Yeah.
The other thing I see a lot of with your work is questions like this or this. Is this path right? Is this person right? How do the angels sort of help us in that? How do they know? Do they see the timeline? Do they kind of know the higher path that we might have for our life? How does that work?
So this is where the loved ones come in. So we have loved ones on the other side who passed already, who act like angels. So we have help from our loved ones on the other side. I call them this level,
Mm,
and they can see everything. They see the big picture. They see, the future for you. And then you have the archangels above them who also see the big picture and see the everything for you. But the loved ones have this understanding of the human experience. And the angels are more all about love and joy. And, so they advise on a different level. But each angel has a talent. So
mm.
if you want to
Yeah.
know where you should live, Archangel Metatron is perfect for that.
Oh my God.
Metatron is the angel of what to do next. He also is great at showing you images in your mind of where you should live, where you should be. But the loved ones will also chime in. They'll throw in their opinion. They'll be like, you should go home. or you should
Wow.
go back, move back over here. They'll throw that in. And then Metatron can also give the person pictures, or I'll see pictures of what the next place that they live in looks like.
Oh my goodness. I love this because, this is how you make the right decisions, the big decisions that literally move the biggest doors open in your life. I mean, I love this because there are going to be people here today. They're going to get a message, they're going to get maybe a decision point, and it's going to change
Mm-hmm.
everything. So please, everyone, raise your hand. We had a few questions about how to do that. Just go to the reactions tab. If you don't see it, if you're on like your phone, you might see it by your name. Click your name, you'll see a little hand pop up. And then we want to get to as many people as possible. How do you know whether a message is from an angel or maybe something that's not angelic, that's not an angel?
Good question, Darius. So I can feel the difference, whether it's a loved one or an angel. I can actually feel the energy. They feel different.
Okay.
The vibrations slightly different. But a message from an angel or an elevated loved one would never be criticizing you, ever.
Okay.
So if it's a criticizing message, or if it's a negative message, or, telling you can't do it, or, you're too old, you're too broke, you're too whatever,
Mm.
none of that is coming from an angel or a loved one that's in the light.
Wow. I got to ask everyone, when you hear voices, and this is for the people listening in, do you kind of hear the voice of guidance, the voice of temperance, the voice of possibility, or do you tend to hear that, oh, you'll never do this, this is going to collapse on you, this isn't going to work
Mm.
out? I'd like to ask people writing in. So Debbie, I mean, with that, with those voices, do we need to be aware, we need to be discerning as to what we're listening to
Oh
and what
yeah.
we're doing about that, right? The angels never speak like derogatory things to you or things
Nope.
like that, right? Okay. Yeah.
No, nothing fearful. They're also more quiet. So
Mm.
angels are kind of quiet. Our critical mind, or our logic mind, is loud. So it's the voice under it, a little quieter.
Okay, so give me and everyone here, we are going to get some callers. Give us like 3 tips to really be able to hear from them. What are like those little soft ways or those little signs or those little cues that they might be trying to get people right now?
Okay, well, they are always,
Okay.
we're always hearing both. But I would say this: the ones that are quiet and repeat, they
Okay.
repeat. So you might hear, in the one, I'm going to play the both voices, like,
Okay. Oh, cool.
I suck, I'll never make it, I'm never going to be, where I want to be. And then underneath it you hear, oh yeah, you're going to be bigger than you ever thought.
Mm.
I suck, but you might be bigger than you ever thought. You should try it. See the difference? It's like this
Yes.
gentle, positive nudge instead of this, "Rah," you know, you'll never do it.
Yeah, that
There's
is
a,
huge. So it's the general nudge. Um, what about the numbers on the clock stuff? I know a lot of people, even during these calls are like,
yeah.
it's 222. And I'm like, oh wow, that's great. What does that mean when we look at a clock and then it's, a row of like 3 numbers or 4 numbers?
Okay, so when the moment you look and see numbers that repeat, there is an angel within 8 feet of you that made you look.
Oh,
So your consciousness was directed by an angel. And repeating numbers are angelic. They all have an angel meaning. Even 666, and everyone's like, "Woo, that's a scary number." It
right.
actually means to think positive. If you see that number, it's
Oh,
telling you, don't
oh,
think
we
negative, think positive.
we just got one. People go, there's
Ah,
111 participants. So just right
oh,
as we were talking about that, 111.
that's
That's
a great
crazy.
number.
That's wild. There it is. Oh, wow. See, y'all are good at this. So what does that mean? The angels are trying to get all of our attention like right now
Yes.
because we just mentioned this and then there we are. Now
So
that's crazy.
that means we have the angels around all of us and this call. And 111 means we're all manifesting right now. So think positive. Be in a
Whoa.
positive state of mind. You'll manifest what you're thinking in this moment.
Okay. All right, well, let's take a moment then. Let's think about something that we all
Mm.
give us some guidance here, Debbie. What should we be thinking about? We don't want to miss this.
Go big. Just,
Okay.
even if it's crazy, just go for it.
Okay. All right, y'all. Feel into that. And now the numbers are climbing. So we're now 2 ahead of that. So we
Ah,
interesting.
we
Oh my
got
goodness.
it.
All right, we got it. We're done. A lot of questions coming in. The other big one is, what about negative energies? Because you actually see and at times remove negative energy from people. Why do the angels let that attach to people? Why don't they just come in and zap it or pull that stuff off? Or do they?
We have to ask. They don't really allow, they don't allow interference with free will.
Because
So
it's, yeah, free will.
we
Exactly.
free will is very important to our spiritual growth. We have to be allowed free will. And how do we get negative energy, or how do we, pick it up? A couple things. We're not taking care of ourselves, we're not eating right, we're not sleeping right. Our aura starts to get dimmer. If we're in a lot of fear, our aura starts to get dimmer. Anesthesia,
Mm.
opioid drug use. These are
Okay.
things that cause attachment or negative, energy. Drinking does not, unless you black out. If you
Wow.
black out, you're susceptible to an energy attack. Oh my God.
I had to get her. That's why I had to turn off my mic.
She's so sweet.
She is a
Oh.
sweet angel. Speaking of Miss Angel, that's you. You're an angel. Can you look right there? Look at that, Rosie. See
Hi.
that? Yeah, I know. So everyone, this is my little private thing that we do. She loves it if I don't shave, and then this is what she wants me to do all day. Rub
Oh.
my chin on her. See? Daddy shaves, so I'm not all scruffly, so it doesn't work as well, right? Right?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. She's precious.
She is. She keeps looking at me. She's like, "What's going on? What are all
She
these
loves
lights?"
you.
Oh, that's Sherry got the Christmas collar. There's like a big bow. Literally,
Oh,
we got a big Christmas house over here.
I
There
love
she
it.
is. So I want to hear from everybody. What are your biggest questions? Tell me also, Debbie, what are some signs when maybe the angels are not the ones we're connecting to? Because I know there's a lot of people that feel like they're getting help. Okay, now it's ready to go down. Okay, sweetheart. Oh, there you go. What are some signs maybe that something else is connecting to us and it ain't an angel?
Oh yeah. Well, you won't feel right. You'll feel anxious. You won't feel like yourself. You
Mm,
won't feel like yourself. Energy is off. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Um, if you don't feel like yourself, or the message coming to you is confusing the crap out of you, I'm going to say move away from that and ask the angels to come in and kind of clear whatever's around you or
Okay.
on you, or you can ask. Anyone can ask that. Anyone can ask angels to remove negative energy.
Oh, I love this. Well, we're gonna get to some of your questions here because we got a lot of folks with questions, and one of the ones I'm seeing coming up a lot too is, should I be scared at all when let's say a big decision and you're a little nervous about it, you go big, there's this feeling like, having a little bit of fear or trepidation means it's not right for you. What do the angels say about that?
So you can have fear, but know it's right. There's a difference.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so angels give us a clear knowing when something's right for us. We might be scared to do it, but we know in our heart it's right. I would say when you're super afraid and you're really confused, that's a no. That's a no. You're super confused. You're kind of push yourself to make a decision. I would say, that's a clear no. And that might be our ego getting in the way, or dark energy, or something else. But fear is important. Fear causes us, to protect us. Sometimes it's what protects us. But there's different kinds of fear. What I understand and what I feel myself. There's fear, like I'm just scared to make a change, but the angels are nudging me, go ahead and make a change. Or there's fear of, getting hit by a car, things like that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Darius.
No, I had a thought come in, but I let it go.
Okay. Well, severe anxiety. I want to bring this up.
Okay.
because I've experienced it myself and I get a lot of calls about it, people suffering from severe anxiety. And a lot of times that can be a spiritual cause for it, which is a negative energy has attached to the person. That is one of the symptoms of a negative attachment is severe anxiety. So I want to put that out there.
Okay.
There could be a negative attachment there.
Okay, so when it gets to a very high level like that, that's when it's like you need to really look into what that could be. For
Yeah,
people wondering right now just about paths and directions forward, tell me about angelic miracles, because I feel like this is an area where we should look at, because for people wanting like the massive change, the angels can really give us that big push, that big like shortcut to stuff that maybe we really want in our life.
absolutely. All we have to do is ask. So I know that sounds simple and too easy, but again, angels can't interfere with our free will. So start asking them for what you want. Now, there's also, free will of everyone else involved. So sometimes if we ask for, we want to have this car or this, you know, um, you could still get a brand new car. Maybe it's not the exact one you asked for. So be open to what they bring you. It might be bigger and better than you think.
Yeah. That's right. They may know, I mean, they often know better what is in your highest timeline. So like the super fast Corvette you might get in an accident with, but you could have gotten a really cool Tesla or something like that with more safety features. Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense. But what we're going to be doing, I want to grab some callers' questions. I
Okay.
know a lot of you will have questions. We're also going to be doing a third eye opening. And just to let everyone know, Debbie's got some spaces available for you if you want help and you have a big
Yep.
decision and you want to really just kind of accelerate that miracle path in 2024. I mean, my life kind of has moved from, oh my God, everything's falling apart to, wow, there's all these great miraculous things that happen. And it was because of an angel reading that I actually could get the guidance to do the things I knew I needed to do. And I'm sure there are people here today that are like, I know I need to do this, but if I could just get some validation, it would help me. And so that's what we're going to do. So raise your hand. And Debbie, when we take some callers today, what do you need to know from them, or how do we proceed with that?
They can just ask their question. That's all I need, and
Okay.
they can just go direct into their question.
Can we stick to maybe one question, perhaps, so we can get to as many people as possible and help a lot of folks today? Because as Debbie said, there's a lot going on. It's a lot of
Yeah.
uncertainty, and we want to help as many as possible. I want to go to Jennifer, and Jennifer, you're the first one that raised your hand, so I know you've been on here a while. If you could unmute yourself, we'll get started with you. And hi, Jennifer, what's your biggest question today for Debbie Johnson?
Hi, Debbie Darius. My
Hi,
question
Jennifer.
is, hello, I have decided to leave my job, and I've been thinking and working on this for a very long time,
Hmm.
but I have decided not to just jump out really quick. I want to do it in a slow manner, maybe actually cut my hours down and go part-time and kind of wean myself off of this really heavy federal government job I've had for 21 years.
Hmm.
And I just want to see if there's any thumbs up or guidance on helping me do this with the as much ease as I can.
Absolutely. And the way you said, I'm going to gradually, I think that was a clear guidance from your angels, one to leave, but how you're leaving.
Hmm.
And I think that you heard your angels really clearly. So that's a thumbs up. I keep seeing 3 as a time. So I don't know if that's 3 years, March. 3 is like something about the timing of when you go. I don't think you're there longer than 3 more years.
I'd agree with that.
Wow.
If that's your timing, then you're spot on.
Hmm. Okay.
Good
So
job.
it sounds like She's on the right path, which
She's
I really
listening.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Judith, and Judith, how can we help you today? Sending you that unmute request. There it is.
I would like to know if there's a relationship um, anywhere in the future for
Hi,
me.
Judith.
Hi, Debbie.
So I heard the month of April is key for that for you.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and the angel said you're manifesting what you want now. So really start picturing what you want in relationship or how you want to feel in
Okay.
relationship. And it's funny, I'm seeing kind of a similar message what I was talking about. I don't know if it's the person you have in mind. I'm seeing something better. So
Okay.
maybe just be open to how you want to feel in the relationship. But April is key, a key month for you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah.
Wow, very
Thank you very much.
interesting. Thank you. That's very cool. Yeah, I want to hear from everybody. What is it that you all really want in the new year? We didn't even get to this part because here we had a job, we had a relationship. What are y'all really looking for? What do you really want? I want to hear from all of you. Um, yeah, so money is coming in, relationships, life path, purpose, moving to different locations, all sorts of things. Why do the angels want to help? If we ask for it, why do they want to help? Is there a reason they would like to see us like go to a higher timeline or a more, you know, desirous life for ourselves? What is the reason?
What their entire purpose, angels' entire purpose is joy. They would like, they want to raise us to joy. They direct us and guide us to joy. Because the more joy we're in, the higher our vibration. And the more we can help each other when we're in a high vibration and we're happy.
This is true. This is true. And you have done some interesting stuff. Like you worked with me, and I gotta say, you found I'll just share a couple things. One time you found my dad's brother who had passed on, was literally hanging around and was kind of making things hard for me. And you had Archangel Michael, I don't know if you remember this, pull him off and send him to the light.
He was
Um,
stuck. I
he was
remember.
stuck and
Yeah.
he was hanging around me and he was not
Mhm.
like very happy. And it was like coming around my world. And then you had my mom, my mother-in-law's energy come through, and the famous crystal lamp that she was showing Sherry, and you communicated that to Sherry, which no way you could have known that. That was just wild, this Victorian lamp that's gone through the families. So yeah, you've helped me and done some incredible things. So we're gonna keep going, but just to let y'all know, Debbie absolutely sees some incredible things. So bring your biggest questions, and if you want to be one of the first ones, grab a spot with her. We've got Jesse. Jesse is calling in. Last name starts with an S. And Jesse, sending you the
Hi.
coveted unmute request. How can we help you today, Jesse?
Hi, thank you so much. So Debbie, yeah, I've spent so much money on all the training and all the energy, so much know over the years. I'm trying to create a business to bring income. So I was thinking coaching. I've also recently, started marketing. So there's something that's holding me back from actually doing this stuff, taking action, following through. Just wondering what that is.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
They're showing me your heart. So angels say not to do what your logical mind says, but what does your heart want to do? That's where you're going to make money.
I don't know how to connect with my heart. That's the thing, I think.
Okay. So would you be open to a little healing
I
from
would
Archangel?
love it. Thank you.
All right. He's gonna do a healing on the heart chakra. Usually when the heart chakra is, or you can't feel or you can't connect, it's going the wrong way. So hold on, let me have him check. Yeah, it's going the wrong way. So they're gonna turn it direct. When the heart chakra is in reverse, you get nothing you want. You're getting, it's like it's like nothing you want. It's almost reversing everything or pushing everything away. And when it's going direct, you start to pull in things that you want. So it was going in reverse. I definitely see you work for yourself. I feel like that would give you the most joy. But it seems like the marketing and the coaching kind of mix together. I don't think they're separated. So you might even do consulting marketing type stuff in companies and also coaching. It seems to be they mix together. Don't be afraid to mix it all up.
Yes, that was my name, Creative Marketing. So
There you go.
thank you. Thank you.
Interesting. I love that. Maybe marketing for spiritual entrepreneurs. You never know.
Yeah. Mixing it up.
Mixing it up. All right.
Yep.
Thank you. That's great. All right. I want to go to Tracy, Tracie. Tracy, sending you the unmute request. Catch the baton. There it
Thank
goes.
you.
Hi,
All right.
Tracy.
Hi. I wanted to know about, what angel messages there are for me or love life.
You got a 3-3. As soon as you started talking, I'm seeing 3-3-3. That's the angel number for miracles. That actually means miracle, but it means miracle in health. So your first message is some kind of healing with health for yourself or someone very close to you.
Great.
And
that sounds awesome.
yeah, that to me is the priority message, or the most important. Now, as far as romance, I keep seeing that there's someone around from the past who's maybe coming back in or trying to come back in, who you should talk, give them a shot, give them a chance. I'm just telling you to keep your heart open.
Okay.
They might be bothering you now. Just keep your heart open and hear them out.
Okay. Thank you.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? I got to ask, does that
Does
make
that-
sense,
yeah.
Tracy?
Does that
Well, I
help?
don't have anybody right now, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I want to hear some questions about maybe a big 2024 decision. And I'm going to go to some of the folks that are maybe not able to get on the phone line, but they've got a question. And we have had, oh my gosh, a lot of questions. So I'm going to have a little bit of a time here scrolling. Let me get to one of the ones that was about moving. Let's see here. Oh boy. Well, while we get the next caller, I'm going to find that question. So let me go to Miriam. Miriam, sending you the baton. How can we help you today?
Hello again.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie. I've not a question about my health today, but it seems that lately I'm getting signs of my guides and angels about working with people who are on the edge of leaving the planet, or even working with them beyond the veil. So I really love to know more about it.
Ooh,
Wow. That's a
beautiful.
calling. That is a calling,
Yes,
Miriam.
I'm getting chills.
Yeah, that the angels put a couple things. They put a desire in our heart to help. And it's like you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
It's your calling. Your purpose finds you. You don't have to find your purpose.
I'm having tears because when I was young, I already felt so a calling about this, and now lately it's becoming so strong, and there are messages I can't deny them anymore.
Have they been repeating to you, Miriam? Like you hear them over and over, or
Yeah.
the persistent. You should do this. You should do this.
Yes, well, it's I have been ill a long time, but it's just these last months I'm getting messages. They all are connecting, and they all are confirming my my questioning about it, because I have this feeling. I always had this feeling I had to do something with people who are on the edge of leaving the planet, but it's becoming so strong now. And what is new is that I also got a kind of message that I could help people beyond the file when they are. Oh, I'm getting so many chills now. It's
That's confirmation. Chills or angels going, you got
yes,
the message. That's the
yes,
way, angels, am I right? Did I get it? And wait for
yes,
chills. And that's the
yes,
confirmation. She's getting
yes.
confirmation. That's
Yes, and
amazing.
I have had an experience a year ago with a husband from a friend of me who even didn't like me, but he was passing and had a lot of troubles in the period before dying, and also when he was on the other side. And I had a connection with him till a certain moment, and then it was okay. So that's also a confirmation, I think, because it was really, I felt it was really important.
Mm.
So, oh, I'm so grateful.
You're going to see more synchronicities as you move forward to do this work.
Oh, okay.
And that's one of the things angels do. They give you synchronicities and things line up when you're going the
Yes.
right way. Everything just
Yes.
starts to line up.
Yes. And is that why I'm going through a kind of, my health issues were getting stronger, but I have the feeling I am coming above it. Is that
Yep.
also the reason?
Yes, I do. I was going to tell you, I think you're going to heal yourself as you help others with this.
Yes, I thought so. Yo.
A win-win.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you so much, you and the angels and Darius again.
Oh, absolutely, Miriam. We're here for you. And
Yes.
Miriam is
That was
just a
awesome.
miracle.
Wow.
She is such a miracle. Thank you, Miriam. I love it. Yeah, these are great questions today. I want to get to one, a little bit of a health issue, and we're not doctors, we're not diagnosing, but maybe there is a message here. This is from Nellie. She says, "Hey Debbie, ever since I had a PCR test early December last year, my eyesight has been deteriorating. Help! I sing and need my eyes to read music. Thank you and blessings." Any messages from the angels about the eyesight, and I don't know what could be done or what could be shifted there?
Well, I'm seeing an attachment on her. I don't know if the procedure or test had any kind of radiation, but sometimes I forgot to mention radiation can also compromise the aura and attachments can go in. But it's right here on the back of the neck. And
Oh,
that
wow.
is called the mouth of God.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
that's also right by the optic nerve. So I'm going to ask Michael to remove it. There is an energy block there, so that may help. I'm sure she's feeling it too, as physically,
This is
because you
Nell.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel right when you have an attachment there at all. You feel drained.
Mm. Let us know, Nell, if you're feeling anything right now as that's going on. She wrote to us early on about 40 minutes ago. Wow.
Michael's clearing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, this area of the spirit, negative attachments, they like the back of the neck and they like the base of the spine. And that's sometimes where people get a lot of pain or irritants. But they feed off that. That's our energy centers that demons and low energy like. They like those energies or that part of
Wow.
our body. Yeah.
Elijah is saying my daughter had some of the same problems after her PCR test as well. Could you take a look? Lilja. I'd never heard of this. But I don't doubt there's a lot of just negative energy around all that because that was a big fear time, and I'm sure those entities many of you may know, they love loosh, which is just fear energy. So I mean that whole
Correct.
time was just
Yeah.
a constantly being bathed in fear, vulnerable, scared,
Yep.
what's going to happen to me? And so we are just like oozing all of this food for this lower vibrational energy. So yeah, let's for Elijah, anything you see there, Lilja, and her daughter particularly.
All right. Archangel Michael for her daughter. Yeah, there is something attached there as well. It's a little bit lower. It's not it's kind of in the middle of the back. Please clear it. Take it to the light now. It must be that there's I don't know that test, but I'm picking up it could be radiation.
PCR was
or
I think, was that, let me ask y'all, because I don't want to wasn't that the
yeah, I don't know
COVID
what it
test?
is.
Wasn't that the PCR? Wasn't that the COVID test, or am I wrong? I don't know. I don't remember. Y'all let me know. Much smarter people
Yeah.
than me here who know what that was. Yes, that was the C test. Somebody's already like, I don't want to get censored. That was the C test.
Okay. Well, it might have been done in an office where there was high radiation. I don't know.
Well, right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it is a fearful or scary person's scared at the moment, you know?
Yeah, you're not in it. You're not feeling good when you're getting that. So you're not like, woohoo. Well, yeah, absolutely. Let's get to another caller, and we're going to do something really special. We're going to be opening up your third eye because we want to help you to have discernment. That is a huge thing in this time, particularly as we're moving into 2024. And I want to get some more predictions. Jackie wrote to us. Jackie, I'm sending you the coveted unmute baton. So, Jackie, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, Darius and Debbie.
Sure.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Debbie, you read for me, probably about a year ago, and it was amazing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, it was
Thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
My question today is, I lost my job very unexpectedly, and it's kind of turned things upside down a little bit, but I have had some interviews and so forth. So, any input or guidance or in regards to interviews and finding a job?
Well, I saw a woman pull you out of the situation you're in, which is, back into work. I saw a woman and I heard the word friend. So someone is actually going to pull you back in. The latest you're back to work is March.
Oh, wow.
That's the latest. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, are you going back to the same industry? Or are you thinking of like a different one? I'm just curious what type of work Debbie is being shown, or if that is coming in at all.
Well, I've been working with the angels to say, what I want is something that I love, that I enjoy, and something where I can give back. And whatever that is, I'm open to.
Oh, that's great. That's going to be answered. Angels hand us things. So the next job you get is handed to you. It's not you're going to put the word out there and everything, but they're literally going to hand it to you, and it's going to be better than this other one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that.
S. Someone with an S is helping her. It's a woman.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that ring a bell?
It does not right off. It may a little bit later when I think about it more.
Yeah.
First or last name, first or last initial.
Okay. All right. Great.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Debbie.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
thank you. Good luck.
I just start laughing with all this stuff because you can just sense this higher energy coming in. It just kind of makes me giggly, so that's fun. Kathy's writing into us. She says, and also Rosie's on my foot right now, which is kind of cute and warm. She was crying a lot, so I was like, get by my feet. So I'm rubbing her with my feet. My 26-year-old daughter is struggling. She has severe anxiety and is unable to move forward in her life. Can the angels help calm her anxiety and find a job so she can become independent? With this daughter, what would you say? I mean, can they help her find a job, or does she need to ask them for help? What is the guidance here?
Well, I heard one thing at a time. The anxiety is preventing her from getting a job. So I'm gonna pray for a clearing for her, for anything not of the light, for the daughter.
Yeah.
They're saying she needs to do something creative. So it seems like her real desire is creative. And she might be thinking she has to do, there's a little anxiety. They're clearing the energy, but there's also anxiety about doing something she doesn't want to do. She needs to do something creative.
I'm gonna ask Kathy if she could write in. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and yes, Heather, that is oh gosh. Yep. Yep, that makes sense, says Kathy. So yeah. Yes.
Creative, maybe a
Yes.
technical
Okay.
school where she learns makeup, or working at a clothing store. It has to be creative. Hair
Okay.
school,
And this is what they're showing you for her,
for the daughter. Yeah.
for the daughter. And that is, would that be kind of like one of her higher path timelines? Because this also comes into like, we have all these different choices and all these different timelines that we could live on this planet, right? And different choices mean different outcomes and realities and
Yeah.
experiences. Is that a higher timeline for Kathy's daughter?
What the angels show me is what would make her happy. They give me like images of what would actually make her happy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What would put her into joy? And joy
Yes.
is another timeline. We can stay in suffering, or we can jump up to joy and take a chance and release a fear, get a miracle. Walk through a fear, get a miracle.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. What was that? I'm gonna write this down. Release a fear, get a miracle, walk through fear. Elaborate, please.
When we say, okay, I'm miserable. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm doing what everyone else is telling me to do, but I really want to do X, Y, and Z. The moment we take a chance and go for X, Y, and Z, we create the energy of miracles. Okay. Because we walked through the fear of letting go of what's comfortable. You did that.
I just kind of had like the thought of the most miracles I ever had was when I walked through my fear.
Yeah.
But I got another question for you, because I could hear the voices of the audience saying, yeah, Debbie, I tried that. My first husband, I knew I shouldn't have married him. I was scared. I did it anyway. And it turned out to be a 20-year disaster. But was that actually something that you knew wasn't right, but you did it anyway? There's a little difference in those fears, right? Let's be clear on that, right, Debbie? It's not the thing deep down you shouldn't do and you just force it anyway. It's a little different, isn't it?
Well, that release a fear of change, release the fear of change, or release the fear of going for something you really want to go for.
Right.
But that's a different situation, because in her heart, she probably was like, I shouldn't be doing this.
That's right.
So she didn't walk through the fear of letting it go.
Yeah.
There could have been a miracle at that moment too. See what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, she could have said, I'm not, in the hypothetical, I'm not going to marry this guy, this bum. And in making that choice, there's Prince Charming right there. So it's not necessarily just doing something that you shouldn't do, that you're fearful of. It's doing the thing that you've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And walking through that fear. And I say this to people because I've done this over and over again with things, and I know it's almost like exciting, but kind of scary. But it feels so right, but it's kind of scary. And it feels like, oh my God, this could be my destiny. I'm walking into it. Oh my God, what if this works out? But it's kind of scary. And you just kind of keep traversing those steps like Indiana Jones when he was walking, and you have to put the foot out and then the step would appear, and it's like, and it just keeps building and building. So everyone be mindful of that. But you said, release the fear, get a miracle. Walk through the fear, get a miracle. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. All right. I got a question from Odile. And Odile, you are so smart because you were the one I was looking for. I was looking for Odile. Odile said this, and this is a cool one. Which country? Oh, Odile, can you give us maybe like what countries you're thinking of too? Just or what countries are presenting? Which
we don't
country
need
am
it. We don't need it.
Okay. Which country am I supposed to find my loving partner in? I mean, this is the whole world. How are we gonna know? All right, I'll just sit back and let it happen, even though I'm a little scared myself on this one.
You ready? They
Yeah.
already answered it. Home.
Okay.
What country she would call home. The country she would call home
Oh.
is what they answered.
Dial, I will let you write in to us at any
Yeah.
point, and we'll see what you say. She may be just like buzzing with excitement, shock, disbelief, or certainty. It comes in all ways. Golly, that is amazing. And do this for me. We're going to be doing a process here in a moment. So, yeah. Dial says New Zealand. New Zealand.
That's home. That's home. So
Yeah, that's
home
what
is.
she's saying. She's attracted to New Zealand as home. So that's where it is. Now, I don't know if that means she's going to move or she's going to, but there it is. Well, Debbie, obviously having awareness is key. And I think, like we talked about geopolitical events, and I want to get into more of all sorts of stuff because we've got people talking about currencies collapsing, war, discord. We've got political upheaval everywhere, and desperate, I think desperate dark forces trying to, seize control of the world or maintain it. And humanity's waking up out of this paternalistic age and saying no more. We're out of this Piscean age, and all these old structures and control grids are breaking down. And but with all of that, we need to have discernment because we need to know what's right for us. I think the talking head on the 5 o'clock news isn't really being held in as high regard as they were 20 years ago. So we got to go to here and not the the page shill on the evening news. So how do we begin to do that? Let's open up that third eye today for everyone.
Yeah, and we can gather information externally, but the final answer is always inside. Always wait for the final answer to come to you in your heart, in your third eye. So let's open it. Let's open it. I'm not opening your third eye. Just everybody knows I'm going to pray for Archangel Michael to help all of us in this process.
Wow.
He is
So
the
everyone
one who
right here, I can already feel this start to like do something.
Yeah, you'll feel energy. You'll feel the magnetic energy of Archangel Michael. So he's going to start moving around the body. And I notice a lot of times he'll circle the body to clear things. So if you feel like pressure in one area of the body, he's clearing a chakra. They all have to be cleared for the third eye to be open. So you might feel a magnetic pull in a different area of the body. And then the final release in the third eye. I just felt a lot of people's crown chakra open, and that's your connection, heaven to earth. Almost done. Just notice where the energy is moving, where it started. The magnetic or heavy energy should be gone by now. Should be going into more of a peaceful state, a lighter state. And you might feel a little lightheaded right now because he's really working on the third eye. And some of you guys might hear ringing in the ears. That's also high vibration and clearing energy, the sound of it. And inhale and exhale and thank Archangel Michael for his work. And when you're ready, you can gently kind of come back, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes. You might feel a little dizzy. but it's the good dizzy, it's the good silly.
Yeah, I started rocking back and forth,
Yeah.
and just could feel like this energy oscillating. It was like I started connecting to almost like a hum that was just hearing. It was coming into the third eye and was just taking me away. And then somebody came on unmuted and I had to go mute them. So I was like, I had to stop. I was like, oh darn, I wanted to keep feeling that. But yeah, it feels really good. There's a lot of tingling here. It feels really, yeah, really open, really sort of clear. Yeah. Wow, one person just wrote in, Penny, I had a headache all day, now it's gone. So I want to hear from all of you. Let us know what's happening.
It was energetic. That means it was energetic.
Yeah, the energy was trying to come in and we just opened it. Wow.
Yeah.
Tingle in my feet. Wow.
So where people are feeling it is probably the area that was blocked. You know, the legs is the root chakra, the feet root chakra, crown headache,
Wow.
crown chakra. That was where you needed the opening so the third eye could connect.
Tightness in my throat, then released.
Oh,
So we've got all sorts of things
perfect.
happening. Yeah, let us know where y'all are feeling it because that's going to be very relevant. Wherever you feel it is
Yeah.
where that energy needed to be released. Yeah,
Yep.
very interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to keep going with a lot more information today and guidance, and let us know what's happening with all of you. And Debbie, a lot of activity in the throat, move through my chest, tingling vibration in my third eye, crown chakra, said Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. And thank you for the lovely comment about Debbie and the light that she said that she's seeing so much light emanate from you, which is amazing. Yeah. Lots of tingling and vibration in my third eye. My left hand was cold. Now it's getting warmer, says Richard. Felt a sensation in my right ear, says Genevieve. Yeah. Wow. A lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of sound in the ears. I started rocking and it was like I could feel this vibrational hum. What was that? That sound, is that like the sound? They always say there's like a sound of angels or choir. I just wonder, is there like a vibration that we're starting to tune into from the angelics?
Well, absolutely. When I said that magnetic pull, I think you were hearing the magnetic pull of Archangel Michael. He feels very strong. He's not the biggest angel, but he feels like a magnet. It almost feels like a pressure. And I think you were hearing that. He also has a really high frequency, pretty high. Oh.
She got a little, she's getting a little antsy, so we're picking her up. Well, we're gonna get some more. I know I can't look at it. It's too cute. My kids have this joke when they see the puppy. They're like, "It's too cute. I'm going blind." It is cute. So I'm holding her so she doesn't cry. I want to talk a little bit. No one's gonna be able to listen. They're just looking at the cute. This is because she thinks I got stubble, so she wants me to rub her face on my chin, but it's not really too stubbly. But okay, we are going to talk a little bit about some opportunities that we have to work with Debbie, and I'm super excited about it because this is all new, and it's called Angelic Miracles. And Debbie, let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing in Angelic Miracles for folks and what it's about, especially for 2024, because I think like we all want to believe in miracles again, and the interesting thing is they're all around us. I mean, they exist, they are happening all the time. We've just got to get into that wavelength of them. What would you say?
Absolutely. And some people think, oh, it sounds so easy, or they're, angels, that sounds unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you, like I was saying before, test it out yourself with the little things. Like, okay, grandma, if you're there, give me a sign, show me a feather, show me a penny. Loved ones can move very light objects. They can move things that are not heavy. Demonic energy, they can slam doors and throw down, crazy, big objects. So, if you want to know if your loved one is around, ask for some, a song, ask for something light. Angels, ask them for anything. There's nothing you can't request from them. Ask them for anything and try it. Help me wake up with a better mood. Help me think more positive. Help me know which way to turn, right or left today. What
Yes.
should I do? What should I wear today?
Mm.
They'll put that in your consciousness sometimes immediately or throughout the day. You'll get this awareness if you're asking for that. And it seems like if you ask the little things, they start to build up to one big path, one big thing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Starting
Yeah.
small and letting it sort of build kind of
Build.
reminds me
Yeah.
of, working out, start with 5 pounds and then go to 7.5 and then 10 and so on and on. And for a lot of people,
I like that.
yeah, starting this process can be challenging, and you have
Yeah.
helped me. You've helped so many people at UWealth Revolution with all sorts of things. And if you're wanting a life, health, or financial shift in 2024, why do it 100% yourself? Why risk, getting a mixed signal or making a pattern repeat that you don't want? You can actually tap into a miraculous realm through Debbie. And Debbie, one of the ways you do this, I'm going to jump right to it, is you've got some very special help that people love, and you're going to find all of the descriptions of what Debbie is doing here. But I'm going to go straight to one of the biggest things, and it's always at the top of your page. It is 45 minutes with you, Debbie Johnson, the beautiful angelic being right here. You're going to get a chance to connect with her, and it's going to be you and her and your spirit team. Tell us a little bit about this piece in package A that you're doing that's now become famous at UWealth Revolution.
It goes by really fast. It feels like maybe 10 minutes, but it's 45 minutes. And basically, I'll tap into each person's, who's with them, who's in your 8-foot energy. I'll be able to tell you who's there and who comes in as we're talking. But at that point, angels will see if there's healing needed, any information or personal guidance, future kind of questions. All of that starts to come in as soon as I can tap into the 8-foot aura. But there's no limit to the information that can come through or the messages from loved ones. And this can be loved ones. It doesn't matter when they pass. It could be recent. It could be ones that passed a long time ago. Anything, any energy that needs to clear, that'll show up in the house, in your body, at work. Yeah, just whatever you need, the angels are able to see that information, and it goes by quick. So it's enough time to get a good solid, information and healing, but it does go by pretty fast.
Yeah, well, the good news is the session is recorded and it's sent to you after the session, and you can cover a wide array of things really quickly, like where might be a good place to live or what might be a good path forward, what may be going on with a loved one, a child. Why are they experiencing challenges? Is there an entity or an energetic around them that is causing this challenge? If you have kids that are having a hard time with certain things, someone had written in about a child that was kind of addicted to electronics and trying to figure that out. I'd love to get to their question. Is that their natural timeline? Right? Maybe they're going to be the most amazing computer engineer. Or is there an entity like pulling them into something that is pulling them from what they're really here to do? These are the things I think about. So whatever it is, Debbie has an answer from the angels. And Debbie, when you do these 45 minutes, the thing I like about it is a lot of us feel like we're off track. I know I felt that way. Like, well, I know I'm doing this, but what's my next highest thing? And if you've been feeling that, or you don't want to go into 2024 and have the same problems or ills or challenges, begin to go to your highest miracle timeline with Debbie, because the angels want to actually help you. Anything you want to share about that?
Absolutely. They'll show me flashes of what the potential you could do if you choose it. They'll actually show me like flashes, almost like Polaroids of where your, potential is. And not even potential, but you might even be on that path already and not even know it. But I'm able to see where, the future. They do show me that.
Wow. So I could be like, hey, if I if I go down this path, this is what's going to happen, or this is the future. If I go down this path, this is the future. And then they can share what might be the best path forward for me and my timeline.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it could also be that the person's already, ascending and
Yeah.
already doing some work that could jump their timeline.
Wow. Wow. Still a lot more questions coming in about all sorts of things. And I would tell folks we're going to try to get to some more, but check out what Debbie is doing. Number one, you may get an answer, but then there's always another question. And so you may absolutely love to get 45 minutes to answer everything, right? And you also may love to support Debbie's work because her being here helps our show stay on the air and give all the love that we've done. And so check that out. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Debbie, DEBBIE 26. And Debbie, I'm going to jump to something that's pretty special at the next opportunity level for folks. And that is some of you may want to get, in addition to the package A, which is just $147, which Debbie has been amazing. She's always kept her prices for these sessions at the same rate. She's not been one of these people to say, oh, I'm going to double it now that people need me. No, she's kept it the same and always been just a huge offerer of love. And I think that's why her energy always stays pure for all the years I've known her. But this time she's doing something really unique because there may be people that want to get a follow-up or a little more time. And she's got a 30-minute additional session for just $227. So tell me about this. I mean, this is like you get an additional session and then now you've got two total, the first and the second. Tell me about this.
So this 30-minute session that is a follow-up it's at a discounted rate. So you could do a 45-minute session. It's a lot of information to process. And then 30 days later, do the 30-minute follow-up, which I recommend use it 30 days later. I think I have the calendar arranged that way anyway. But
that's cool.
Yeah, so in 30 days, let's revisit maybe some of the things the angels told you about how to, learn to hear them better. They also help people learn to use the angels in their daily life and where the angels communicate with them most. And you practice it for 30 days and then we'll talk about it again.
I love that. Or maybe something new opened up and let's say you're like, I want a new relationship. They meet this person and then they're like, God, I need to ask Debbie, was this the one or was it that other person behind them? You have so many possibilities. The thing we have to realize is there are infinite possibilities to our reality. So it's kind of like you want to learn to check in and make sure it's the highest timeline. So we're going to talk about that. So package B gets you everything on the page. And it is literally something I don't remember you doing before. Maybe you have, but it's amazing because these fill up and they're very coveted because this is a reading unlike any other. This is going to help you get to your highest timeline. And if there is energy stopping you, Debbie's going to clear it with the angels. Now, I want to share some other stuff you do. You add some amazing bonuses here. And one of them is this angelic answer meditation. Now, this is to help people, they say, teach a man, woman how to fish, instead of giving them a fish, teach them how to fish, feed them for a lifetime versus feed them for a day. This is helping them to perceive true answers in the angelic realm. Tell me about this one.
Okay, I love this. And this is exactly what we talked about earlier with our, hearing our logical answers and then the angelic answers. So in this guided meditation, you're actually going to ask questions and I'm going to guide you through whether it's logical or if it was angelic. And by the time you do this meditation, you'll actually know which answer was angelic. We do it like 3 times and you can tell the difference. You'll know. It's a great practice to know, okay, that came from angel. That answer was angelic. Yeah.
Wow. Boy, I would love to. Okay, I'm gonna have to get it and watch that, listen to that one, because that would be
Yeah.
something that you could use always. Like,
Yep.
and you could do your own kind of internal read of things and ask those questions. I love that. So that's here. Right there. It's part of package A. Then you've got angelic affirmation meditation. Tell me about this. What do the affirmations have to do with angels? How does it all tie together?
So this is music. All you have to do is listen to it, and there are affirmations that the angel said to add to I say affirmations that they actually told me to add in there. And just listening to it, all of those affirmations they're yours. They fill your spirit. They have the healing frequency in it, and your body just, you know, it becomes true just by listening to it. They're all positive. It's all positive. Like, I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I'm wealthy. You know, just listening to it and combined with the frequency of the music, your body resonates with it.
It's like food. I think of like
Yes.
frequency food for your body, like to be in this higher timeline.
Yeah.
Especially in 2024, which I want to ask you
Yeah.
some predictions in 2024. We got a lot to go
Okay.
through there.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some deep stuff. Boy. Okay, now you work a lot with the chakras and music. A lot of people may know that you're a musician, but then now you have a whole different perspective of music in the body and our own tuning centers, right? Which are the chakras. So tell me what you're doing in this one. This is a chakra reset using the angelic chakra alignment meditation.
So this is a guided meditation. It's going to be a little similar to today, what you experienced, but it's actually a little bit more in depth because we just focused on the third eye. But the same thing. Archangel Michael will go through the body and correct each chakra and make sure they're all flowing direct. Because if they're going the wrong way or counterclockwise, you know, that part of the body might have a physical ailment or a spiritual ailment. Each chakra has physical and spiritual attributes. And when they're lined up, you feel great. It's a great way to kind of like tune up. It's a tune up.
Yeah, I love that. I've never heard, someone who can see angels talk about the chakra. Is there any connection between the chakras and the angels, or is it just another, uh, frequency center or vibrational resonance area in the body? I mean, what's the connection? Is there a connection? I'm just wondering.
Well, yeah, they're totally, angels are all about energy, you know, and everything's energy. Our thoughts are energy. Our what we think, what we say, our body is energy. If there's an energy block, angels clear energy. And the chakras are where it kind of all tells us the story, what's going on in your energy field. And angels can clear and move energy.
Because the blocked chakra is the energy story of something that maybe isn't true or that's not moving, that's not flowing, and then so
Or
that tells the
stuck.
story, or stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And the angels love or seem to like to help you work in those areas. I don't want to say they love it. I don't know. I love this. Okay. We also have a bonus as well in package A. It's the 341 hertz crystal bowl heart healing. And your music is amazing. What is the significance of 341 hertz and the heart?
Oh, I love this one. You just listen to it. You feel amazing. It is just literally, if you're having some grief, if you're having, some kind of issue where you're not feeling so good in the heart, this just melts your heart. We need an open heart. We need to keep it open. Things will happen that hurt us and can break our heart. Keep your heart open, anyway. It's what I've learned myself personally. Keep your heart open anyway. And this will help keep the heart open. If stuff's not going the way you need it to, or your heart's really taking a hit.
I agree. And this helps you open that. So you just sit back and listen.
Just
And
listen
then
to it.
This is a big one, and it doesn't take long because you know it works. Angelic Shield meditation. It's just gonna go
Oh,
right in there. Tell us about this one.
okay, guys. This one is crazy. So I learned this maybe 15 years ago. Angels teach me stuff. They show me these little energetic, protections. This guided meditation will show you how to install a shield around yourself. It's a shield of protection that kind of protects you when you're going into maybe a vulnerable place, you're being around a vulnerable person. It also will protect you if you don't want someone to psychically read you. They can't read you with the shield on. And that's what I think a lot of people, they think it's fun because they're like, oh, I don't want to be read right now.
Yeah. I love that. I love it. Well,
That's the favorite part of that one. But yeah, it protects you.
I love that because I think there's a lot of folks right now who feel kind of, vulnerable. We've got a lot going
Yep.
on. And, I want to talk a little bit about that because it is kind of a wild time. If you want to go deeper, package A is discounted from 76% off of a $625 value. It's $147. And then package B is massively discounted. It would be $775. It's only $227. Supports the show, supports Debbie's work. And it's 2 payments of $114 for B if you want to lock in that special session. And Debbie, I know these kind of will sell out pretty quick and your spots will go. And then people will say, oh, I wish I had done it earlier because I got this big question coming up or this thing. So what's the advice? I mean, I always say there are people once a year that will just be like, I got to get this. This is my time of the year. I got to make some decisions. I'm going to talk to Debbie. I'm going to talk to the angels.
Yeah, it's whatever your heart's calling you to do. I don't really have like a system or a schedule but if you need it, your heart will tell you, and I think it's great to get an angelic tune-up or guidance, if it's something it's new to you, at least, something to try, and it's great for the new year. But your heart, listen to your heart. That's the thing I always tell everybody. Your heart is going to tell you what you need.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I need to be able to see, Rosie. I can't see anything covering my face because you want to scratch against my chin. All right, angelic entity clearing meditation. I got to share. This is pretty cool. I mean, this is a big thing, right? We've got entities being cleared. Tell me about this.
So this one is angels can actually go into your aura in this guided meditation and it teaches you how to ask the angels to remove whatever dark energies in your aura. So this is another way to tune up or clean up your aura. And it's a guided meditation to help you. If you just don't feel like yourself, I would do that meditation.
Okay.
Or I would do the chakra alignment. Those two will help.
I love it. Well, it's all there at wealthrevolution.com/Debbie26. And, we've been going a while. This is your first time on the show. So everybody, if you've been wondering when Debbie was coming on, or you're like, why didn't we have her the first week? That's a good question. I think we need to have you the first week next time. But grab this because they're going to go fast, particularly with the time of year we're in.
Yeah.
People want to know. So I got to ask you some questions. What are some of the things you kind of see, maybe some bigger themes happening in 2024, maybe some things we want to be aware of that could affect us financially, could affect us safety, security wise, or anything else? What do you see happening that we maybe want to be aware of?
Well, a good thing, real estate going back down. Yay!
Yes. Yes.
So that's already happening, but you're going to probably see a big change in January and then in the summer. And you guys trying to buy houses or waiting for interest rates to go down, I think you're going to be really happy by mid to end of the year next year and, maybe get some deals finally. So that's going to be a really positive change. I also think that my feeling is that the economy at that time will start to shift a little bit up. You know, we're not in the best space right now. And I think the economy is going to start a little bit of a shift. It's not drastically better, but just feel a little bit, you know, lighter.
Okay.
I also have, I'm not sure which company this is. I don't know which, there is a very large company that's going to go under next year. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's going to surprise everyone. We're not going to expect it to go under.
Is it like a bank that could cause a cascade of, you know, bank failures or financial calamities
I
or
don't
anything
pick it
like
up.
that?
No,
Okay.
no, it's a business. Like, you know how Bed Bath and Beyond, everyone was like, "Oh my God." It's another one. We've got another one of those that kind of go under that shocks everyone. You know, it's a big one though. I feel it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What about just kind of societal? There seems to be a lot of discord and all of that. Do we see kind of like crazy stuff going on in different countries and upheavals, or is it more of a stable period? Do they have any guidance on that?
My feeling is this piece that's coming that I keep seeing in December, this month, finally, that causes more peace into the new year. I don't see the chaos that other people are seeing. I don't see it. I see actually it gets calmer. People are a little bit more happy. But I don't see that in other countries. I see it in ours.
Interesting. Okay.
Because Europe kind of feels very restless to me. I don't know why. I just feel restless about Europe for some reason. Yeah.
Wow. Let me check the questions here and see what people are saying. I know I'm afraid to move because you're gonna want me. I know.
She's so cute. Cuddly.
She is very cuddly. Yes, Europe is restless.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, a lot of questions. Am I gonna bring Rosie to the show every time? Well, it's a handful. I think we'll see. Here's a question about buying property. When is the right time for me to buy property to move into myself or invest in? I'm in the UK, by the way. Now, I will say we're not financial advisors. We're not offering financial advice. Debbie's kind of looking at it from, you know, the energy perspective as much as we can. But is there, I mean, I'm not sure how the interest rates and I mean, they're set by central banks, but I don't know if they're going to go down or up or what their Fed policy is. But in the UK, do you see kind of the same sort of movement, or could it be different?
For her, they just told me for her it's May. I didn't get a direct UK information, but for her it would be May of next year.
Okay, interesting. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, Rosie may take over the show soon. Well, perhaps. All right. Yeah. All right. Here's another question. Send them in. We're going to do some rapid fire stuff. And for everyone, check it out. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Debbie 26 and see what else we got. Okay. When do you see is the best time for me to move? This is Lijah.
Well, the angels just said now.
Now. Okay.
So I would say soon.
Oh, I'll get you Martine. Yeah. Okay.
They just really fast was like now.
We got a question from Martine about whether she should open a boutique or take a job.
I heard both. Both. Can she do both?
Okay. 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 Interesting. Sarani, any message for me regarding a relationship?
I'm seeing the thing, don't decide anything relating to stay put until about February. There might not be clarity on that relationship until February.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. All right, we're getting some more questions coming in. And what I would ask people to do is really tune in, because we're going to be opening up a lot of powerful energy lines in 2024. Tune in. We're not going to be able to get to all the questions. The big thing is tune into your heart. And Debbie, is there a theme for 2024? Like, is there kind of a make that move, stay still, feel into your heart, or is there kind of just like it's different for everyone, so you really want to get some guidance? What would you say? Is there like a 2024 theme that is coming up again and again?
The angels are ants. I didn't have one. They're giving me one right now.
Okay.
They played the song. So a lot of times they play songs in my head to answer a question. They played "The Best Is Yet to Come," the Frank Sinatra song.
Okay.
And they also are saying it's better than we think, that the year is better than our minds think. So if you think it's going to be a certain way, it's going to be better than what you've already thought. They're saying it's higher than our mind is thinking.
So are they seeing things in the higher realms kind of clearing out and getting more aligned to the light?
Correct.
Whereas maybe us here, we're like, oh, there's all that, but it's actually already kind of from top. It's going to start coming from top down pretty quick.
Yes.
All right. Oh,
it feels like the light is radiating, like, and helping us. I just feel good about it. I don't feel as negative. This year was hard. This has been a dark, hard year. Next year is not. It's much lighter. Much lighter.
All right. Very good news. The best is yet to come.
Yeah.
Go big. I have another message here, which was release of fear, get a miracle. Walk through fear, get a miracle. So it's a time to move forward, and you don't have to do it alone. I know I certainly have not. I've had many readings from you, and it's time to move forward. So if you want that support, I am so excited and honored that you're supporting the show in this way. We've got Angelic Miracles, an all new offer from Debbie Johnson. It's the first time she's been on this season for our Heal event season, and it's been a big one. If you want a life, health, or financial shift in 2024, go into the realm of miracles from the higher realms. Let them illuminate your path to miraculous outcomes in 2024 and beyond. And let's face it, one situation that doesn't work out, like, it can take months and months and months to unwind that stuff, or years, right? So don't go there first if you're not sure. Feel into your heart, get that still space. But if you're really not sure, you want some help, ask. Debbie is here. So Debbie, thank you. This was so great. Any final words or thoughts or wishes for people? One person said, already signed up for package B. Can I buy both packages and use the readings for next year? Oh, well, this is an interesting question. Okay.
They can do that, or for gifts, presents.
Okay.
People, they're great Christmas presents, or New Year gifts.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So people already signing up, and connect with Debbie on how to use them. We want to help you. Any final thoughts, Debbie, or any final words for people who maybe feel like, no, I don't have a miracle coming in 2020? I want everyone to believe you have a miracle coming. We all do. We're going to experience it when we believe it. What would you say for someone who doesn't believe that?
Well, I'm going to tell you, final thought is that vibration that I saw on this call, the gold, is such a high vibration that all of you, someone's going to say, you look different. What'd you do to your hair? What's going on with your eyes? You're all going to hear that. I promise you, from this call. There was a vibration that changed. I just feel everyone's like elevated from it. So you're gonna, that's what you're gonna, someone's gonna say, oh my God, you look different. What'd you do?
I got to call this like the vibrational encoding call from the angels, because I think we all kind of feel different and I love it. So, all right, everyone, sending you big love from the UL studios, myself and Rosie. And we just thank you. And we thank you, Debbie, for everything you're doing and being here. You're such a gift and we love you. And thanks for being here and opening this up for everybody. It supports the show and supports the humanity out there and in here to live their miracles in 2024. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Darius. It was in my heart. I was so grateful to be here. I can feel all your love, and thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Hi, y'all. Much love.